Hello everyone, welcome to another video with me, Tenshi, talking geeky stuff. And with the trailer that you saw, or a little clip that I clipped together, some of you may recognize the animation or the anime. Some of you may be a bit too young for those ones. No, they were from the late 80s to the early 2000s. So I'm going to do a topic of anime directors. I've done one about a month and a half ago about Hayao Miyazaki, the greatest anime director of all time. But I'm going to do another one of my favorites, and his director, I hope I pronounce his name right, Yoshiaki Kawajiri, one of the co-founders of Madhouse. I think he's left Madhouse now, I'm not 100% sure, but his movies, when I first got into them, were awesome. I mean, I was maybe a little bit too young to watch them. You know, they were kind of like, in the UK, anyway, 18 certificate. But of course, I had pretty cool parents that let me watch all kinds of stuff. And here are some of the movies that he did. While I was looking for his movies, which I kind of knew about, and I kind of forgot about, he actually co-directed Lensman, which is a classic anime, but well, I wouldn't say classic, it was 84 or something like that. It was made, and it's based on a novel, I think in the 1950s novel, which was actually a heavily, which influenced George Lucas on Star Wars. And when you watch it, you can kind of see that. And while doing a bit of like getting pictures and looking at his IMDb, oh yeah, Lensman, he co-directed that. And when you look at his IMDb, he had so many credits. But I just wanted to focus on his directing credits. And here are some of the movies he did. I think I saw Wicked City first out of the lot, and then Goku the Midnight Eye. I think Goku the Midnight Eye actually was done before than Wicked City. But when I saw Goku the Midnight Eye, I went, oh, wait a minute, animation style very similar to the Wicked City. Then of course I saw Demon City, Shinjuku, which is called Monster City in UK. And I noticed same animation, same kind of style, great action scenes. Then of course the one that I enjoyed more was Cyber City 080808. That was really good, and it has a similar name to got a city next to it, of course. And yeah, so Cyber City 808 was another great one, like a free part of the three characters. I really wish they could have continued more of those. Maybe either have more episodes, or maybe just make a long or new movie, just a long ass movie, 2 hours long, something like that. But shame they didn't really continue that. That would have been a great franchise. And then of course it got even better with Ninja Scroll. I think Ninja Scroll in was it 92, 93 when it came out? Well, I saw it in about 93 or 94, I can't remember. Or was it 95? Oh, one of those years. It was in the UK anyway. It was distributed by Manga, the video label, and that changed a lot of things, because A, it's about ninjas. It's got great animation. It's got violence. It's got sex. It's got, and it's got a pretty decent story. It's loosely based on the historical Jubei Yagyu character. Not sure how accurate that is, but just for fun, it'd be pretty cool. And I think that in the 90s, back especially when I was in college, and anime, or in the UK back then, everybody called it manga, was raving on about Ninja Scroll. Have you seen that? It was a lot of people's kind of entry point of anime that time as well. It was pretty shocking, because at the end of the day, a lot of people still, it's still animation, cartoon-ish type of thing, right? And then when people saw the quality of animation, the slickness, the action, the violence, the sex, it kind of shocked people a lot, because UK was pretty I mean, compared to the US, UK was a little bit later in adopting anime. So that was like the talk of the town. It was on the news, bad influence and all that stuff. And of course, I was highly, and then he did loads of other smaller projects then, and I was just highly anticipating his next big movie, and it was X? No, Vampire Hunter D, or either one. And of course, Vampire Hunter D, which great animation, slick. You can still watch that, fantastic. I still prefer the 1980s, the mid 80s one, which I still liked. Don't get me wrong, Bloodlust is still a great anime. Of course, it's got far superior animation, but I do think the 80s one had a bit more, I don't know, campy style, which I quite like. Of course, he did one of the segments in the Animatrix. Can't remember which segment that was. And he did X, I think the first season. He directed all of them. That was a co-production with Clamp Studios. I think the company did Ranma Half, Card Captor Sakura. I think so. Well, if I remember correctly, Clamp Studios or Clamp Animation was run by all women. Maybe it's changed now, I'm not sure. And and you can see that when you watch X, this first season, it was more in Clamp style of animation, art style and everything. And then the last movie I think I saw was Highlander, The Search for Vengeance. See, I'm not really big on Highlander, the movie, the live action. But of course, I watched the anime because A, I'm an anime fan, B, and I like the director and the animation style, so I watched that. I actually enjoyed it. Me personally, I prefer it more than the live action, but that's just me though. Definitely, if you haven't seen any of these movies, definitely check them out. His movies, I don't know how well they go down in today. But if you get a chance, like Goku the Midnight Eye, it's almost like a superhero. He has a superpower, which I would love to have. I won't ruin it for anyone. I won't spoil it, but the power he gains in that movie is so good. It would be awesome if I had that power today's time. So good. But I mean, there was rumors probably over a decade now, 15 years ago, saying that he wanted to continue the Cyber City franchise. And I've been waiting since then. I really hope some studio picks it up and really kind of continues the story of Cyber City. I think that is, I mean, out of the whole movies here, I would say my favorite is Ninja Scroll, of course. But I think Cyber City has the most potential to continue the story. I mean, the characters haven't really been flushed out. They could have so much thing they could do with Cyber City. So here's hoping that they are going to do something, or if not, another studio will pick up the license and do something about that. But anyway, I was going to say, if many of you haven't seen any of these movies, definitely check it out. They are fun. Some great animation. Of course, the older ones have dated, but for their time, like Monster City, Wicked City, Midnight Eye, they were good for the time when I first watched it. Of course, you watch him now, he has dated, but he still has a certain charm to it. Definitely check him out. Fantastic director. Anyway, please give this video a like, and if you know about, let me try and pronounce his name again, Yoshiaki Kawajiri. If you're a big fan of his, let me know what's your favorite movie by him. And please consider subscribing to Talking Geeky Stuff if you'd like to hear me talk about geeky stuff. Well, anyway, thank you everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please stay safe. Goodbye.